In this video, we're going to highlight some of the differences between video content and stills content for your footwear products. So some key advantages of video are obviously you can see the product from more angles in a much shorter space of time. But I've got to make sure that all the details look fantastic before I let that video roll, because the video is going to show off much more of the shoe than the stills, where I have a lot more control over the positioning. Nowadays, it's very easy to get videos up online and they seem to attract more attention. On social media, people tend to pick up video content a lot more in their feeds, and it tends to have more clicks, more views on. A nice thing about video is you're able to actually see the way the light reacts to a reflective material as it moves, or as your camera moves. It's as if you're scrolling through a lot of photos, you're getting a lot of information from that video in one hit. Whereas the effort taken to scroll through photos and click on them and wait for them to load is fairly cumbersome compared to a video where you can just click once and see the whole product. When you're shooting a video though, do make sure that things are out of the way, for instance stuffing in the shoes and any labels, any blemishes on the shoe. If you're using any props to position the shoes, they might show up in the video, whereas in stills you can probably hide them or edit them out. With photos, obviously you're able to focus in on the details that you want to show. Perhaps there's an inside of a sole that's not perfect, or any blemishes and mistakes on the photos can be edited out. With stills, you get a bit more time to absorb the detail that might be in the picture. You have a little bit more freedom with your lighting to create something dramatic. When you shoot this in video for product, you might have unwanted shadows and unwanted reflections going on. So here with my lighting on stills, I'm just going to slide back one side. So I'm just adding a bit more light from the bottom here instead of from the top, just to pick out this area of detail right here, which may get overlooked in a video. So I'm going to add in a bit more background light, a bit more light here from the right, just to pick out this detail here. To sum it all up, both have an advantage, although video these days seems to be the trend.